I always glue mine. They're designed to be glued. I know it looks weird, but that's how these go. So you can just glue them like a normal. Right, welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're all doing well. We are on our way to first fix a wet room today. We've got a load of, well, we've got the basin, hot and colds to get in. It's a brand new room they've formed because the gentleman can't get upstairs. So we're putting him a downstairs toilet in, a shower, impey level deck. So I've got to get hot and cold, flow and return in there, and then all my saws and waste done today. The builder says it's being plastered tomorrow, so I'm going to see what I can get done, whether I can get it done in the walls, and then I've got to make my connections in the kitchen anyway. The electrician's supposed to be going in there as well today. The room's not very big, so again, working under pressure. I'm not sure what footage I'll be able to get, but all we can ever do is our best. You know, we're not miracle workers. I did originally say I needed a couple of days to do it, because I've got 4 core holes to do. I've got the extractor fan to get out, the toilet one, the basin one, and the shower one, and the walls are all red brick solid. So we'll see how well we get on. You know, you can't go any quicker when you're doing stuff like that. You know, if it takes you half an hour to core drill a hole, it takes you half an hour. But yeah, we'll go and see what we can get done. We'll try and get done in the walls, and at least the plasterers can get done tomorrow. But yeah, we'll get on with it. So we've got to get a toilet on this wall here, dead in the middle, so it'll give us 500 on the other side. There is a soil pipe there on the outside feeding the upstairs, so we're going to tee into that, drill through with a 4-inch. So we need a cold feed down here. These are flow returns. It used to have a BBU in here, but it's had an oil combi put in the outside shed. So we're going to tag off these two for a tower rail going on here. We need hot and cold for a basin. We've got a small washhand basin going on there. Kitchen's on the other side, so we'll have to drill through the wall, pick up hot and colds, and then run behind the unit. So we'll take the washing machine out and get through there. And then we've got a shower going on that bit there. So that's the job. Impey level deck in here. Basin waste will have to run behind, boss into the soil or into the gully, and then they put in, I've got to get through there, drill through 1.5 inch, and then get that waste pipe into the gully as well, and then extract fan up there. So for a start, I'm just going to get some hot and cold run because they want to board these walls tomorrow, I think. So yeah, that's what we're going to do for a start. Get some copper in, get the shower first fixed, get the basin first fixed, get the cold in for the toilet, and then we'll have a look at getting the waste pipes in. So that's them first fixed for the corner basin. I still need to get the waste in. They will be hidden all I'll do is come out, put bent service valves, and that'll go straight onto the flexi. So you won't see any of that. All you'll see is a couple of little ISO valves underneath. So that's fine. We're just going to get these round for the shower. I've already got my clips and I'll slide them straight through, and then we'll just bring a bar shower up 150 centres on there. And we just need a cold in for the toilet behind me, and we'll work out where we're going to drill through then. The reason I'm using press fit is just quicker. I'm just under a little bit of pressure today. So yeah, we'll get these slid in, and then we'll have a look, get the heating drained as well, and get first fix for the rad on here. The heating is on at the minute, it's red hot in here. I have to get my gas lamp in and solder a couple of elbows up in this corner, because I'm not going to get behind, I'm not going to get the press gun in, I'm not going to be able to press it up in positions to get an elbow in, I don't think. So I'll end up having to solder down here and then just slide them back through, and then the rest we'll try and bend, and we'll bring them out about, I don't know, 1100 to the centre, because we've got a chair going behind me. I did try and get a fixed in on here, but this just falling to bits, so I think it'll be supported enough when we get the rest of the pipework in. I mean, it's fairly solid anyway, so you can only do what you can do. That's it there, and I've just used a fake clip on there just to keep the pipes together really, but they are supported. As I say, I've tried to get a fixing on there, but the wall just disintegrated, so you can only do what you can do. I've already lost my marker pen today. I'll find it. Find it when I'm done, won't I? I should have found my marker pen. I wouldn't have cut the pipe short then. It is what it is. We'll be right. Push it around a bit, innit? The important thing is just needs to be 150 centres and pipes level. They'll be bang on for us. What I'll probably do is put a brace across in a minute, but I want to get the rest of the pipework in. So I'll work out where they're going on the other side, and then we just need to bring a cold round, and we'll have to get the heating drain down and get pipes in for a towel rail. And we've just got waste pipes to get in and the tray to do. So this is on the other side of that wall. They're then flowing returns we can see going through. Somebody's picked them up for a radiator here, but we'll be fine to tag onto them 22s. It looks like they're probably hot and cold's dropping down there behind that board, so we need to be a little bit careful not to hit them when we're drilling. I think them two at the back there, you see that one? I think that one's for an outside tap. It should have a double check valve on it, and then there's a hot probably for an old washing machine blanked off, so we can pick that one up for the hot and then just tee on the cold. So we pull this machine out, and anywhere literally, as long as you don't hit the pipes or any cables, I can't see where they go. I'm guessing they're going to upstairs, but they'll run across this board somewhere. So we'll drill through from this side into that side, and then we'll just pick them up. Even if I don't get this bit connected in today, I'm going to be out their way for the borders and stuff, as long as we've got pipework in where we can connect it up. So they're running around at that level. The washing machine comes off from this sink, so we'll have to pick them up, take some of that boarding off, just multi-tool it off behind the washing machine and pick them up and tee into them there, I think. Or we can do it over there. It doesn't really matter, that might be better. But when we drill in, we just need to make sure we're not going to hit them. But yeah, at least we can see where they're going now. So I want my pipes. There, my pipes on the other side are actually 230 to the centre from the bottom. That's where, from the bottom of that other pipe, my pipes are there somewhere. How high? But they're going to be pretty close, aren't they? They're 400 to the centre. Yeah, they're smack bang. It's literally smack bang where my pipes are on the other side. So we're running through, and them two are there. How weird is that? So I'm going to probably, do we drop mine down or do we go up? It doesn't really matter, but we can't drill through there. I think we'll drill lower. We'll drill one there and one there, I think, and then we'll sort it out, or one there and one there, and then we'll sort it out on the other side. And what we might end up doing is cutting a hatch there just to get onto this pipe work. I'm going to take the hot above and the cold below, although there's probably a lat there. We'll go here. And we'll go here, I think. Blimey, there's a cable there, I think. We'll go a bit lower. I didn't hit it, but it's just literally right on the edge of my head. What is it? What even is that? I don't know, but we're not too worried. What I'll do is drill two 22mm ones through here, sleeve them, and then just push stubs out. And as I say, we'll get them connected up this side at a later date when we've got a bit more time. Wiggle it about a bit to try and make room for the sleeving. The problem is this drill bit's 21 or 21.5, so it does fit overflow, but you have to wiggle it. These bricks are hard. And the battery, but we are through. So we'll get them sleeved, get pipes pushed through, and we'll get them connected up on the other side. So that's where we've come on this side. The hot, I'll probably just solder a couple of elbows up and poke a piece through. The cold, we'll do a T, and then we'll swing it round in this void here. We'll have to like chisel in the wall a little bit to get behind that lat, and then just bring one out for the toilet. That's easy enough. And then next job after that is heating drain down, because we've got a towel rail stub out here. We've got a 400 wide towel rail, so we want pipes at 350 centre. I think they're going to ply all these walls as well. He'll probably turn up in a minute to do that, so yeah, we'll get on. Most important bit, sleeving your pipe work. It'd be nice to do half each time. I'm not really just use 12 doing it the old-fashioned way, or the proper way, or whatever. I'm not really bothered how I do stuff. Well, I am bothered how I do stuff, but every job and every situation is different. I mean, I could use speed fit on this. It's still got the water to the pipes, but the water to the shower. But I don't know. I just do what I think's right for the job. And so there's not really any right or wrong answer. Sometimes it's just trying to keep everything neat and tidy. And I don't really know what I'm bending here, but we're bending something. I've just bent this cold feed all up in one. We'll see if it fits. We're going to put a socket in there like that. A couple of clips. I didn't want to cut the lats. And then the cold feed comes on the right, so the drain will be there. Cold feed will be there. So we'll just cut that off there, solder and elbow. Probably going to have to use nylon clips and get some hair felt out of the van. Just because they're only lining this off a little bit. But something like that. That's what I was trying to achieve. I'll see if I've got some hair felt. Certainly wouldn't have got a press gun in there. Right, so that's toilet cold feed in. We'll get the heating drain and we'll get them in now. So this is the boiler that's feeding the radiator and the hot water system. I was going to drain it through the fill loop, but some muppets put the fill loop on the wrong way around. That is one of my pet hates. That is absolutely pet hate of mine. The cold check valve needs to go on the main. It is a water rate, and the amount of times, probably 90% of the time, you see that wrong. It makes life so much easier if you put it on the right way around, because all you have to do is put a hose on that and you can knock the pressure off and that's drained down. So now we'll have to go inside the boiler. I don't even, there is a drain off tap on these, but I don't know if I can get to it. It's just like makes life so much hard work just through not, you know, doing your job properly. We will switch this to off as well, just so the pump's not coming on. I need to probably electrically isolate this. It goes into there, so we'll have to set the fuse out. I don't know where the programmer is for it, but yeah, we'll have a look anyway. We'll make sure we're working safely. There is a drain off tap on the slave tank, which will knock the pressure off, but they sometimes leak. We'll have a look if there's a drain off tap on a rad. Where did the pipework go? It goes through there, doesn't it? Behind the kitchen units. That's alright. We'll drain it from here, I think. It's just on the other side in the kitchen. There's the hot and colds that I've just poked through there. So this will drain that bit of pipework out that we need. What's your money on? Is your money on it working, or is it not working? I think this one will work. Or not. Probably been soldered up with the washer in. No, it is working. That's well enough for me anyway. Pressure's gone on this anyway. This is just an oil combi, so that's your slave tank. You've got a diverter valve in here. These can only do hot water. They can't do heating and hot water at the same time, so that's like a flap inside there, so there's only 3 wires onto them. Expansion vessel, your burners at the bottom. There is a plate heat exchanger on the top, and there's a red flow turbine, or it's a paddle switch in these, which normally leak. So yeah, it's one of the old Worcester, not the oldest ones. The first ones had the slave tank at the bottom. I've changed a few of them in my time. Yeah, not bad boilers. Horrible pump valves on these though. If you ever change the pump, change the valves as well, because they just leak every time. Might get a drop of water here. I might braid in a bit. Not going to do any damage, like. I like a bit of water, but anyway. Yeah, there she goes. I'm going to get a bucket in. It won't be much. I've got one of them special buckets that never fill up. It's because it's got a hole in the bottom of it, I think. It's slowing down. That's just what's coming out the boiler pipe work now, so there won't be much in there. That one's virtually stopped. Yeah, you want to get yourself one of them everlasting buckets. Really handy. That's good, it stopped. It's probably going to pay to do one at a time, and what I'll do is I'll put service valves on my pipework just so I can put a hose on it to drain down. I won't leave the service valves on because they're not suitable for heating, but when it comes to second fix I can just put a hose on and drop the pressure. It'll be a lot easier. All I'm going to do with the top one, we'll have to send that behind if we can, put a reducer in there, and then the bottom one will drop straight down. So one pipe's coming through that stud and the other one I'm going to just clip on the side of it so the pipes won't move then. That's just got that leg dropped in down to there. I've pulled a bend on there, so I'll either press or solder an elbow in position there. So I'll do one at a time, blank one off, otherwise it may draw in air, and the other one I'm just going to drop down behind and then clip it on there. So that's the heating all sorted then. And then I don't know, I'm probably going to get the tray bedded in then, and then I don't know what I'm going to do with this angle here yet. I've just been thinking about it, but we'll sort it, we'll get over it. Basin waste's easy enough. It's just going to have to drill through there, run along with the fall, and then we're going to have to go through there because it's a corner basin, so we'll figure that bit out, but that's easy enough. Toilet's easy enough. Extractor fan, so it's only the shower tray that I've got a problem with. Well, not a problem, I'll sort it. Sorted his mobility scooter as well for him, not just a plumber, you know. Fix anything to me, or mess anything up. I've lost my solder now. I think it's took longer to sort the mobility scooter than it has to do the thing, but we're alright. Anything for a good deed. I'm just using my tape measure to prop up my pipe. So solder it. No! Alright. Right, they're in at the quick centres. We'll get the heating field back up now. And what we need to do is work out this level deck. So the level decks are 21mm thick. That board's about 25. So I'm hoping you can see the floor's dipping away there anyway. So we're going to have to bed this on some sand and cement. Work out our levels. So I've got one of the shallow waste gullies for it. I think they're the Virking ones, but it's just how I break my angle over here. So what I might do is just set a piece of waste pipe up coming out of the trap, so I can get the level deck in, bedded in level, and then it's going off then. You can actually screw the level decks down as well. There's screw holes, so yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look at it anyway. We'll get the heating field back up and then we'll get this in. We'll put one bar back in the heating system. There's no low pressure switch on these old ones. The new ones I'd probably advise to go a little bit higher than one bar in case it moves a bit of air. But on these ones, as I said, there's no pressure switch. So in theory, they'll probably, well, it'll run empty, but it'll only run to the overheat stat. But as long as the boiler's got water in. See, I'm confident I'm not actually going in and checking my joints. There'll be water everywhere in there. We're not worried though, are we? At least I'll see where we've been. Got you about there somewhere, Thomas. I feel it doesn't leak as well, it must be our day. See, I told you it would be alright, didn't I? You lot thinking I was going to have a leak, didn't you? Always alright. Where's my screwdriver gone? It's probably somewhere buried in here, isn't it? In my pocket. Probably where I left it. We will put an inhibitor in the tower rail as well when we come to fix it. I'm not going to put any inhibitor in today because we've got to drain it back down again. But at least they're in. I ordered the slim one because I wasn't sure how much fall would be able to get on that waste and how deep the screed was. But I think, well, these are the working ones. They've got a rubber membrane that just pulls out, so that slots in there. There's no, it's not a water trap, it's a waterless trap. Similar to like a HEPVR, I guess. But that stops any smells coming back. That just pushes in, and then that bolt or screws onto the level deck. I think there must be the screws for it. So I need to work out the levels, and I told them to chop it off centre, because the one place you can't have it, waste, is in the middle. But I think, yeah, that's going to be fine. We're going to get a fall on that easy. And the good things about these ones as well, you can actually solvent straight in there. You don't have to use the mechanical joints. That will glue straight in there. Sometimes I glue them and put the mechanical ones on as a bit of double insurance, but you can actually get all the tray in and fit this after, because there's a large disc in the middle. That's why I really like the impey tray, so you can test all your waste and everything. They are very well thought out. That'll sit somewhere there. Yeah, that'll be alright. We'll get this area cleaned out. You can see that's higher than that, so we're going to have to bed that bit up with screeds. And then, as I say, I think the impey should be lower than that, just so we're not going to get much screed on there and a bit of screed on there, but we can always screw it in them corners anyway, because it'll be absolutely solid then. So there's about a 15mm deviation in this floor. It's actually not bad front to back. That's not bad at all. What's it like that way? It's low in this corner as well. So yeah, we're gonna have to, we'll get some sand and cement mixed up. I might try the level decking dry for a start. I'm gonna put some PVA or some SBR down on this floor, just so it's got something to key to as well. So we'll SBR that, key that. We need to show on the impeys, you have to not sand the back of the tray. They're not really a tray, it's more of a profile former anyway, but you've got to rough the back of the tray up so it gives it a bit of a key as well. So we'll do that, and then we can get all this bedded in. But this side, we're not going to get a lot of sand and cement. It's just literally going to be a couple of mil beads, because we've got to work to that level of the existing flooring. You can see it here actually probably better. That's what we're going to work to. We're just going to have to work it in to that height. I've got some packings under that back corner, but I've not quite gone enough, I don't think, looking at that. Not bad, not bad. Again, not bad at that either. So what I'll do is I will... That's actually not bad at that. I'll work it... Yeah, that's actually not terrible. I'll work it to this height then. You see there's plenty of fall on the tray, but you want them dead level. But these can go on timber floors as well. So if it's going on timber, obviously you support all the edges and then just screw it down. But the reason they do like the twisty waist is so if you've got joists or pipes coming across, you can twist that to where you want. So that was where have I put my waist? There. So I'll get the circle thing out, but that should work it out. We might just have to nibble a little bit more out of that, but I think that will go. I think that'll be perfect. The one place they're not is if you put them dead in the middle, because as I say, you have to have them off centre on these. But yeah, we'll get some compound mixed up, get it bonded. Yeah, there is actually the yeah, this is near as if you go on the carpet, the thing's higher. It's just how the floor is going to be. Because by the time they get the vinyl on there, it's going to be bang on, I would say that. Yeah, we'll work it with that. Say if anything, it can come up a touch anyway. So yeah, I think that's going to be fine. And you can cut these down as well, these impey level decks. So if you've got a weird angle, I've done one before where I've had to cut the corner off. The only place you can't cut, there's like honeycomb underneath. So you can't cut on any of that solid bit in the middle, but you can cut any of that honeycomb stuff off and it won't weaken the tray. we will get that at that anyway. Because so this thing's designed so you can twist it. But if the one, as I say, it's weird, but the one place you can't have it is if you set it up dead in the middle of your tray. But that'll work on this one. We'll go somewhere out of that. Do I set that up first? Yes, I probably do, and then we can bed. All you do with this is screw that on. Screw that through the other bit, send all the screws and stuff, and then your waste kit, that top piece, clamps just screws on there, and that one screws onto that one there. They are easy, they're not complicated. These working ones, I do like these. Waterless trap technology. Good bit of kit. As I say, these working ones, I always glue mine. They're designed to be glued. I know it looks weird, but that's how these go. So you can just glue them like a normal sock. So that's a nice even base all the way across. So we should just be able to drop the level deck straight on that then. Something like that anyway. That's not bad at that one. It looks a bit high in that corner. Yeah, it's a bit low in that back corner. I need to take that back out and get a bit more gobbo under there. We'll see if that'll go down a bit. Because we're too high. Yeah, it's that back corner that's too high. I probably put a bit too much under there. Back on the front. Yeah, a little bit low in that corner. Yeah, we'll see if we can sort that. It's that back corner, I think. That tray's completely solid. There's no rock on that. It's not doing any of that. So yeah, that's a nice even bed. And it's about, oh, it's bang on that is. You're not going to get any better than that. No, happy with it. It's perfect. It is important. That's why I always keep checking. Yeah, it's bang on. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So that fits in there perfectly, as we knew it would. So we just need to screw this in. This sends you these shorter ones. You need the longer ones. Do if you're going on a timber floor, you can screw it down the edges. I'm not going to show you screwing every one of these because my GoPro's only got like 10 minutes on it. You normally end up breaking a bit or two doing these. When you get to the inner ones, don't use an impact driver when you're tightening them up onto them brass threads on the working, because you'll strip them. But you're fine to use an impact driver on them. So we'll get all them screwed and then we'll get the waste done. On these wastes you can use, as I was explaining earlier, you can use solvent weld and or the compression joint this, and it doesn't really matter. I generally use both. It is actually a really good idea being able to glue straight onto the traps. So I need to find the 3 little brass screws. That one, the brass screws or the stainless screws clamp through that one, which forms a watertight seal, and then the vinyl locks on into this. So you bring the vinyl over the top, all the floor layers do, and that clamps in and traps the vinyl like that. And then you've just got your cover cap that goes on top last. So they are a really easy installation. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I do like them because they make my life so easy. So that we just need to find the screw that up. Sometimes pop a little bit of silicone on top of there as well. You don't actually need to, but it is a little bit of an insurance policy. I think most plumbers all silicone on top of the shower washers. The reason we don't use Classy Seal or anything like that on these impey floors is because the vinyl gets welded up the corners. It goes into the H-trim, This is absolutely completely watertight. If you're doing the tiled ones, you have to use the impey for the, what do they call it? The water guard, I think they call it. I think I've shown them before on my channel as well. Just be really careful with these screws not to cross thread them. As one of the apprentices once did. You just sort of have to get them lined up. A little bit of patience, but they're not difficult. They come in and said, oh, you get everything set up and then you cross thread the screws. It's an easy mistake to make, like, but it's just being careful to get everything started by hand and then tighten them up. See, they're going in beautiful. And there's no pressure and there's no strain on that waist or anything. It's just perfect. So I'm going to turn the camera off there because my GoPro is nearly flat. But these, all you do with them is screw them through there. Probably not use an impact driver. I think that's what it says in the instructions. And then we just leave that bit for the floor layer for his vinyl to clamp in, and they're the screws for that. So we're just nipping these up. We're not going mega tight. You sort of feel when they start to pull. Beautiful. And then this is the waterless trap thing that makes the seal. It just pushes in like that. We just loosely tighten these in before I make the floor layer so they don't get lost. I'm not going mental. And then say he'll take that back up and his vinyl will clamp into that, form a watertight seal. That's it, we're just leaving like that, and that's the tray all done for us. And ultimately that will go on top. One last check to make sure we've got the levels right, because if it's wrong we're out. But yeah, happy with it. There's nothing more I could do with that. So yeah, I think that'll be perfect. So the vinyl will come up. Well, I don't know what they're doing with this floor. Whether they're gonna, well, they're probably gonna have to apply it in latex. It's not. That's not my concern. But my tray's lower than their floor, so yeah, I think that'd be perfect. So it's 1:45 now. So what I'm going to try and do is get these basin ones. I'm going to have a good tidy up. I'm going to try, to be honest, I'm about wore out. My GoPro's gone flat as well. So I'm going to try and get that basin waste in. I've picked up a chrome to solvent adapter. So I need to first fix that out of the wall. It's a little bit tricky, this one being on a corner basin, but we'll have to drill through and then we'll have to run down underneath there. We'll be able to get the fall on it, but I'll have to drill that from outside in because I don't think I'll get the drill in. But I might do the shower one first. I might mess about with that this afternoon, and then I don't think I'm going to get completely finished here today. It's just no time. I'm not going to get them hot and colds connected up on the other time. It's just, you can only do what you can do in a day. I mean, I'm on my own. Only got one pair of hands. You're mixing sand and cement up, you're putting pipes in, you're draining down heating. I've got all the tidying up to do. I've got everything, you know. So worst case scenario, if I can't get the toilet cord out, I can always do that after anyway. I don't know. The electrician's not turned up yet. He'll probably come in and chuck some cables in, and then the boarders will come board it. But yeah, it's not really my problem. I'm only one person. But yeah, just keep doing a bit, don't you? As I say, if I can get this basin waste out and this shower waste out this afternoon, I'm probably not going to film much. I'll probably just show you the end result now. Yeah, at least I'm out of everybody's way then. I don't know what to do with this basin waste. Ideally, I want to bring it out here because then I can put my chrome cover shroud on. The problem is I haven't got my basin, and none of them online give you the dimensions of that way across. So if I bring it out there, it's always going to be right because it's going to go into the trap, but I won't be able to get the corner cover shroud on. I might give it some thought. I might ring my suppliers and see if they've got a corner basin in. It's just going to look naff if I bring the pipe out in the wrong place. Hot and colds will be fine, but the waste pipe wants to be about there. But if I bring it too tight in, you're never going to get the chrome going straight into it. That's why you really do need your stuff. But yeah, it's just a little problem. I'll have to think about it. If I bring it there, it will look straight into my trap, but then I won't get the cover shroud on. It depends how well it's been plastered around. Catch-22, innit? These bricks are evil. It's taken me nearly an hour to call that. That's only one. No cavity, just solid. A little bit damp as well. I've got the shower one to do. Basin one won't be too bad. An extractor fan. Right, that's going to be it today. I've got that one called out, that one called out. You can see we're going to get plenty of fall between that point there and that point there. What I'll have to do is try and break this angle somehow. But I'll figure that bit out tomorrow. It won't be too bad. And we'll get over it. So, yeah, it's only, what time is it? Just gone half 3. But I've got a bit of packing up to do and I've got some people to go and see tonight, some quotes to do, YouTube videos to edit. We'll get there. So yeah, I'll be back on this one tomorrow. If the plasterers turn up, well, what can I do? I've just got that basin waste to do in the morning and then I'm out their way anyway. So yeah, we'll be alright. Catch you next time.